Hey everybody, welcome back to Cody Tarot. I'm your tarot reader, Cody. So for today's reading, we have an 18 plus reading. So if you are not of a specific age to watch this, there's just some sexually explicit language in the reading. And so I had to label it 18 plus today. So it's an 18 plus reading. We have 3 groups in front of us today. Today's reading is all about who is your next lover, or basically what's your next intimate encounter going to be like. So who's that lover going to be and what's the intimate encounter going to be like? So without further ado, let's get into the groups. I have a tarot card or an oracle card for each crystal. So we have 3 crystals. Funny enough, they're all a little phallic in nature. Anyway, so let's get into the group. So group 1, we have Squirrel Spirit, Believe in Yourself with the Citrine. That's group 1. Group 2, we have the Scarlet, Quartz, and Child Magical. So that's group 2. And last, group 3, we have the Sea Serpent and this Ocean Kyanite. So that would be group 3. So if you guys are new to pick a cards and this is the first one you've ever done, basically you select the group that you're drawn to the most. You can either choose based on the image of the card, or you can choose based on one of the crystals. But either way, you pick a group and then you go to the description box down below and where the timestamps are, or you can go to the comment section where the timestamps are and pick a timestamp that resonates with the group. So it'll say group 1, you pick this. If you pick this group, for example, group 1, you go to group 1's timestamp. You click the timestamp, it fast forwards you to in the little time bar down here, to your position in your reading, where your reading is, and then you can get right into your personalized tarot reading. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it, starting with group number 1, Squirrel Spirit and the Citrine. Hey group 1, this is if you picked the Citrine point and the card, the Squirrel Spirit, which is right here. It says believe in yourself. So maybe this is a message you guys needed to hear today, just off the cuff. Maybe that's why you were drawn to this, is because you need a little squirrel friend to tell you to believe in yourself. Anyway, so let's get into your reading all about your next lover. I'm actually going to be shuffling this card back into the deck. If it pops out again, then it was meant to be in the reading, but I was only simply using this card for an indicator card for you guys to pick the right pile. I'm going to let the cards that need to come out for the reading come out other than this card. So with that said, we will shuffle this Animal Oracle deck now. Oh, and we have a card that already came out for your lover. We have Turkey Spirit, Give with Gratitude and Grace. So put that right there. Actually, I'll put this up here. We have your card there. We're going to get a Whispers of Love card for you guys. This is going to represent how will they love you? Like what are the ways in which they'll love you during your intimate encounter? Now, this is not going to be an 18, I do not plan on titling this an 18 plus reading, so I can't get too graphic. So it's, but I'm going to try and get as juicy as possible without, getting too graphic. So in your card, we have Practice Compassion, See Things from a Fresh Perspective. Then I want to get a Love Story Oracle card. This is going to represent how you will meet or your interaction, or also what will you guys be like going through at the time that you meet this person. So a little bit about the connection. We have Balance. Cool. And then last, we need to get your tarot cards. And this is going to give us some clues as to the interaction, what's going on, all that good stuff. For the tarot deck today, I'm using the Mystical Manga Tarot. Who's this by? It's by Ran. I think it's just by Ran. Rann. Okay. These cards are behaving a little unruly. Like, they want to jump out, I think. They want to... This pile wants to get right into the reading is kind of what I'm seeing. Especially with that Turkey Spirit card falling out right away. Okay, so... Okay. Let's move these, separate these all. I think we have room for another tarot card on the table. And pull one more just to get that extra message for you guys. Okay. Let's flip over your tarot cards and see what you got. For your first card, we have the Four of Cups. Or no, this is the Six of Cups. Six of Cups. Your next card, we have the Three of Cups. Okay. The next card, we have the Devil. All right. And the next card, we have the Queen of Swords. And the next card, we have the Six of Wands. So I guess, honestly, like, this Devil card's pretty graphic, and I know YouTube has some policies on what can be in videos and stuff like that, so I think I'm actually going to have to title this 18+, so I guess this reading's going in a different direction. I'll have to probably change the intro or something. So it looks like I can get 18+ in this reading. So, honestly, like, I looked through this deck, too, and I was like, okay, make sure there's no nudity in the cards. Make sure there's no graphic images. And I didn't really see anything looking through it briefly. Like, I was trying to catch something. And so the fact that I missed it, I'm taking this as a sign that this needs to be an 18+ reading. So shield your ears if you have children present, or like make them go to the other room, because this is mainly for adults. This reading is going to be for adults. So, and honestly, like, I haven't done an 18+ reading ever on my channel. So this will be brand new for you guys. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so let me look at the cards and we'll see what's going on. Okay, I'm actually not getting too much information right off the bat, so I think a lot of this stuff is going to come to me as I continue reading. I'm getting a lot of strong energy from the tarot cards, but I think these oracle cards are actually, like, there's a disjointedness to this person and your interaction with them. I think that on one hand, with this Six of Cups here and practice compassion, I think they want to treat you very lovingly and very kindly. But we also have the Devil card here, which talks about, like, bondage. It talks about, like, dominance. It talks about kind of something you're addicted to. I think the next person that you are going to hook up with is someone that you've, like, a type of person that you've wanted in the past. Like, this is some type of like, for example, maybe you've never been with someone who's, like, super physically fit, and this is someone who's going to be super physically fit. Maybe you've never been with someone of, like, a different, like, race or ethnicity, and you really wanted to, like, hook up with someone from a different race or ethnicity. This is going to be that type of person from that. Whatever that thing is that you haven't had experience with yet, that is what this person coming in is, like, representing. Also, with the yin-yang balance symbol, this person could have a radically different skin color than yours, too. But yeah, the main thing that I'm seeing is there's a sense of, like, bondage. There's a sense of domination that's implied in this, like, pile, because the Devil card's here. There's also a few other things, though, because I feel like this person approaches you from a very compassionate angle, right? They want to do, like, the naughty stuff, right? They want to do, like, the dom sub, like, all that good stuff. But with the practice compassion here, they want to take it from a very kind and compassionate angle towards you. I feel like this person sees you as somewhat of a newbie. Don't get mad at me, guys. I'm just reading the messages. They see you as someone as kind of like a, how do I put it? Like, you're fresh to the scene. Like, you're fresh to the scene of, like, this whole game, this, like, sexual game that they're playing with you, basically. And it's not really coming through so much as a game, as kind of like an invitation, I guess is the best way to put it. With Six of Cups here, there is an innocence to this connection. So besides it being like this kind of adult domination kind of thing, there is this innocence to it. Like, I feel like this person's going to propose this hookup to you in a very innocent, like playful way is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Also, Six of Cups indicates that you might want to use protection because a hookup like this could actually produce children. So if you don't want kids, make sure you use protection in this hookup with your next lover. As far as like, it almost looks very like, the way they're approaching you makes me feel like they have the long game in mind. Like they might want to hook up with you multiple times in a row if it goes well the first time. With see things from a fresh perspective and practice compassion, this card, I feel like this is very new for you guys. I think this type of connection is very new, and I don't want to scare you guys because I think this person's really good for you. I think this person's going to show you things that you haven't experienced before, but that you're actually going to really like. So keep that in mind. I think that this person has your best interests at heart, and I think that also like they're never going to do anything that makes you uncomfortable is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. With Give with Gratitude and Grace, they want to show you what it's like to have a good lover. Like this person, there must be you must have mentioned to this person that you have had bad sex in the past, or you've never found a person that's intimate or compatible with you. I'm getting the kind of vibe that you said something to this person that it's like, you know, I've never hooked up with someone and had a good situation or a good experience. Like this is just how my life has been. Like no one really understood my needs and preferences. I feel like this person's like really attentive to that. So they want to attend to your needs and preferences, but then mix in their own like lessons and life lessons that they've learned through sex. With Turkey Spirit, Give with Gratitude and Grace, this person's going to be very giving. Like, I mean, this person, like whatever you need, this person's going to provide. For example, like if you like people to go down on you, then this person's going to want to do that in spades. Like they're going to want to go down on you for like the whole night, basically. And vice versa. If you're the type of person who likes to, for example, if you're the type of person who likes to give pleasure, this person is the type of person who like wants you to give them pleasure because in a way they're giving to you because you like to give pleasure. This person is a giver too. So one thing that I'm seeing that if you guys are a giver in relationships, or not in relationships, but in your hookups and your love encounters, I feel like there could be a little bit of tension at first because if you're the type of person who always wants to give, or okay, here's how I best could explain it. If you're used to giving all the time in your love relationships, like you're used to doing the sexual favors, you're used to doing all these different things for people that, you know, maybe you've had selfish lovers in the past and you've always had to be the one to do things for them. And there's always like a battle, like, well, you know what, like you could go down on me, but then at the same time, like, I don't know, I just want to go down on you. Something like that. There's something about like differences of like giving that you've had in the past with partners. And the thing with this partner is it's gonna click into place. Now I do see it being rough if you're used to giving in the past, but not because you wanted to. Like if you pick this pile and you are like a giver in your intimate situations, and you definitely know you're not like a taker, this probably isn't your pile. Your guys are probably going to be in one of the other piles because this is people watching this group. How do I put this? You've had lovers in the past that were selfish. I'm going to be honest. And so you've had to been forced into a giving role, or for some of you, you stood up for yourselves. It's like, no, I want my sexual needs met. And you like stood up for yourself and you got your sexual needs met. But for some of you, for a lot of you, I'm feeling that you had to be the giver. So for those of you who've had to be the giver in your past relationships, and it was kind of awkward because you wanted something, but then people were like, no, I want this. And they were just more stronger than you, I guess is the best way to put it. Or their desire trumped yours. I feel like this is the type of person who's gonna like put you back in that selfish role and give you what you need. Like this is someone who's very detail focused. They're very curious about what you want and what you need. They're not just gonna like open the floodgates and basically be like, you know what? Like I'm gonna do what I want because I'm the best and like I know exactly what to do and all this kind of stuff. Like this is someone who wants to listen to you. They're gonna want to learn from you a little bit. They do want to show you things too. I do see that they want to open your eyes to like some new sexual preferences, specifically like bondage and stuff. If you guys aren't open to that, like don't worry about it. They're not gonna push it. They're definitely, the main thing that I'm seeing is they want to give to you guys. With Turkey Spirit, Give with Gratitude and Grace, they want this to be very much an abundant sexual experience. Also with turkey spirit, I'm getting the vibe of, you know how when you eat like turkey meat, it gives you like serotonin, you get really sleepy. Like here in the States, we have Thanksgiving, and that like when you eat turkey, you get really sleepy, you get like comatose. I feel like this person, after you guys hook up, that you're gonna knock out. Like you are gonna fall asleep because the sex was so good. Like you're gonna be so exhausted, you're just gonna be like, oh my gosh, I need to pass out. Like I think you guys go at it for quite a while when you guys hook up. And with balance here, this is such a good synergy. Like this is such good energy. I feel like you immediately, when you meet this person in real life, you immediately recognize there's like a balance and a synastry to both of you. There's this vibe that like this person seems very whole and kind and considerate. And also you see a little bit of yourself in them. You know, even though they're very different on the outside of like, for example, maybe they look, like I mentioned with the mixed race thing, maybe they're a different race than you are or something like that. They look very different on the outside, but you see a little bit of yourself inside them, right? There's something about them that feels kind of homey, or feels kind of comfortable is kind of what I'm seeing. Another thing with this Six of Wands over here, this person could have social standing. I'm seeing this again here with the Three of Cups. There's an aspect to this person where they're a little bit of a leader. They have some social standing. They have some kind of accomplishment. They might be famous. Even if it's just a little bit famous, this person's going to be somewhat famous. They're going to either have a like a YouTube following, an Instagram following. They're like, I'm seeing like 1,000 followers is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. This person has like upwards to 1,000 followers at least. This person's just very famous, or they're very well known amongst their like family and friends, or they're very recognized. Like people look up to this person. They're the star of the show. People really appreciate them. There's this kind of vibe though. Here's the thing though. Here's the tricky part, because there's always a tricky part, right? Everyone's like, oh yeah, too good to be true, right? The tricky part is their friends. They have 3 friends. Specifically, there's something about their friends. Their friends are very jealous, and they're going to want you, and their friends are not going to want them to want you, right? Or the friends are not going to want this to be a thing, right? They're going to try to sabotage it a little bit. I don't think they'll be able to get in the way of this, because I do see this as kind of like an inevitable thing. I think you guys hook up, and I think that the only thing I think the friends could influence is if you guys hook up again, because the friends could be like talking in their ear about like all the things that you are, or you're not, or something like that, and kind of influencing them a little bit. I think this person, in superficial ways, I feel like this person has to focus on status. Like with the six of Wands here and the Three of Cups, they have to focus on status, and there's an element of status in their friendships. The thing is though, I think they really like you. I don't think they care that you're of a lower standing than they are, or even if you're not. I think that like, and for example, if you guys have your own following, or you have your own YouTube channel, your own Instagram, something like that, or you have your own social circle where you're like pretty popular in your social circle, you might not run into this issue with this person. But for the most part, the friends want someone who's on the same level as this person. So even if it's not social status, maybe you have more followers than this person. The thing is like their friends want someone who's like compatible with them in like their specific realm, if that makes, for example, if they're famous for being a musician, their friends want someone who is also a musician for them, because maybe the friends are also musicians. They're like, no, you need to date another musician. Like this person's not going to match with your lifestyle. Like how are they going to be for you and your success? Say maybe you got your fame from a cooking channel or something like that. This person's fame is like from a music channel, and they're like, how is that going to work? Because you guys you're so different or whatever. The friends could be whispering this in their ear, basically. Like there's something about the friends getting in the way is kind of what I'm seeing. Now, the thing is, I feel like this person like offers you this so innocently, because you basically like hint, or they can even, it's almost like they can tell from the outside that you haven't had a good sexual experience. Like this person wants to awaken you. So I feel like this person, there's something about you telling them, I'm going to be honest, there's something about you telling them like, yeah, I've never hooked up with someone in the past before. It wasn't that good. Or at least if you're watching this reading, you guys may have had very disappointing sexual experiences. I'm picking that up for a lot of you, that you had to be givers when really you wanted to be selfish, and really like, and there's nothing wrong with being selfish in the bedroom, especially if that's your natural role and you want to be in that role. Like there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just letting you guys know that right now. With Queen of Swords here, I think this is the only card I haven't covered in this reading. There's this vibe of them following trends pretty easily. Even though they like you for who you are and not because of your social status, I do think this person has an eye for trends in the future. And next to being next to the Six of Swords with the Queen of Swords here, there is this vibe that they're focusing on you because you could be the next big thing. They don't really realize this consciously, but when you guys hook up with this person, your next lover, you might actually have an increase in your popularity. You might have an increase in your social standing. You might have an increase in your fame. You might have like a month where you get like crazy amounts of subscribers or followers or something like that. There is this vibe here that this person kind of boosts you up a little bit, and you're boosting them up too, because I think they're naturally attracted to people who are, you know, like fit, if that makes sense, like fit in the social sense. With their friends here, I don't think they're friends. Their friends are more like, what's it called? Their friends are more like follower types, if that makes sense. Like they're more, this person's more like a leader and their friends are more followers. So on the plus side, they're simply like just saying things in their ear. This person still can follow their own path, but they do listen to their friends' advice sometimes. They do value their friends' advice. Yeah, with the Devil, there's just this element next to the Queen of Swords. There's just this whole element of like materialism and hooking up for like, I don't know if greedy reasons is the right word, but I think is kind of what I'm seeing. I think they like, it's almost like a greedy hookup. Like, I feel like you guys really want them. And there's an element of status here. Like you want them for their status. They kind of want you because they want to show you things. They want to feel powerful around you. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. But with balance here, it's really interesting. The way it works out when you guys meet, especially with the Six of Cups here, there's this feeling of like instant knowingness when you meet this person. And there's also a feeling of balance. I think that when you interact with them, it's going to feel wholesome. It's going to feel like two halves coming to create a whole. It's going to be very like, there's going to be a lot of symmetry with that. With Practice Compassion too, I want to reiterate, they're going to be very compassionate towards you. They're going to take it step by step. They're going to walk you through it like little by little, and they're also going to be very curious to what you want to do. Like you can think of this as like a taking turns, right? Like, well, what do you want to do here? Like, can I show you this? Like, are you open to this? And then even if you say yes, they're gonna, if they sense a hesitation in your yes, I think this person's very good at hearing when people speak and knowing if they're lying or not is basically what I'm saying, like what I'm seeing. Because I think that this person, how do I put this? Like say you like begrudgingly say yes to something they want to do, they'll be able to know that you don't want to do it. They'll say, yeah, you really want to do it? You don't sound like you said you wanted to do it. In this situation, honestly, guys, I would say go ahead and say you don't want to do it. Like, don't just say, oh no, I wasn't lying and I do want to do this. Don't even go there, because this person's they're gonna want that authentic side of you, right? They're gonna want to really please you, and they are the giver role. I don't even really see this being an issue, because I do see when you guys meet and you guys hook up, there is this natural balance that comes, even if it's a little rough in the beginning, because maybe you're used to giving and they are a giver, it's like a little rough in the beginning. But the main thing that I'm seeing when you guys interact together is like there's a synergy here. There's a synergy for this connection. Here's the thing, this person has experience in sex and love and intimacy. This person has a lot of experience and they've had a lot of partners. It might even be that some of their friends that they keep around them are people they've hooked up with in the past. Just a heads up, guys. So that might be where some of the jealousy is stemming from. I think some of their friends they haven't hooked up with, and some friends secretly like them too. So they just have some people around them. This is a person who's kind of like, how do I put this? They're well received by a lot of people. Like this person is, I think that if they met your parents, say this progresses into marriage, or this is like this one night stand, or this, if it's a couple night stands, right? Like if there's multiple nights of hooking up, I think this person, if they ever meet your parents or your friends, they'll charm the pants off the people in your life. I even think if they keep you around, their friends will start to warm up to you, because there is this kind of vibe that they don't want to be, the friends don't want to be ostracized, right? Not that this person would ostracize people, it's just they don't want to be left out of the party, right? So they don't want to put themselves in a position where they're making your partner that's gonna love you, they don't want to make them like make a choice, like have to make a choice, right? So even though they might be subtly tightening the screws or whispering things in their ear about certain things in their life, if it comes to an all-out battle of like choosing sides, they're not going to want that to happen. So don't worry about that, guys. I feel like there just could be a little bit of tension, a little bit of bickering, a little bit of snide remarks, stuff like that from their friends, because they want the best for their friend. Like, it does come from a place of love, right? They want the best for their friend. I think that's about all I got for you guys. So if you guys enjoyed that reading, please like or comment below. Yeah, 18 plus, a little different than from what I've done in the past. So if you liked it, let me know in the comments, and I'll probably do more of these. With that said, I'm going to end the reading there. And yeah, let's move on to group 2 with the Scarlet Quartz. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I will see you in the future in a future pick a card. Hey, group 2. Oh, I forgot to get your card out here. Let's get it out here. We have Child Magical. So this is your card that you picked with your Scarlet Quartz. So this is where you picked group 2. Wasn't prepared for this group. Wow. Just jump right in, Cody, not preparing. So yeah, this is going to be an 18 plus reading. I don't know if I'm going to redo the intro or not, but basically the last group, there was some nudity in one of the cards. So I'm like, okay, might as well make it 18 plus, do the whole thing, right? So yeah, so this is going to be an 18 plus reading about your next lover. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. I'm not going to be using this card in the reading, unless it flips out of the deck again. I'm going to be reshuffling it into the deck just because I wanted this as an indicator card for you guys. And yeah, let's flip that back into the deck right now. And let's see. Let's get a card for, oh, we have 2 that came out. We have Avenger and Trickster. And then I want to get a Whispers of Love card for you guys. This is basically going to be how will they love you? Like, in what ways will they love you? Like, how's their love style going to hit you? Okay, and then we have New Love. It says, embrace an opportunity for love in your work prospects or for spiritual growth. Work prospects is interesting. Yeah, let's keep going and see what we have. The Love Story Oracle card is how will you meet them, or what will you be going through at the time that you meet them. And your card is Communication, and we have a little letter there too. Okay. And then we're gonna need some tarot cards. Okay, so let's see. Let's shuffle these babies. It's so funny. I was telling group 1, I was looking through this whole tarot deck. I was like, okay, is there any nudity? Is there any nudity in these cards? Do I need to, watch out for that? Not that I think you guys actually really care too much. I do like rate these videos not for kids too, just to be extra careful. But the thing is I've noticed like a lot of other YouTube channels are like really cracking down on like showing the nudity in even if it's illustrated nudity. So I had that in one of the cards, which I missed when I was looking through this deck. And yeah, so I just was like, okay, it's gonna have to be an 18 plus reading then. I just took it as a sign, basically, so. Okay, let's get what cards. One more shuffle, then we'll draw. Group 2's next lover. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to draw the 5th one from close to the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's see what you got. So for your first card, we have the Eight of Wands. The second card we have is the Ten of Wands. Third card we have is the Two of Wands. Fourth card we have is the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, wow. And then the fifth card we have is Judgment. All right, group 2. I think I've got this thing figured out. Let's look at the image on this trickster card just to get, yeah, he's a magician, okay. And this guy looks like on the world map. Okay, yeah, okay, so here's the thing. Your next lover, I'm not getting too much information about the actual hookup, which is the 18 plus part of this reading, except for this Eight of Wands here, which means it's gonna happen fast. It's gonna be passionate, it's gonna be lustful. I think there's gonna be a situation where you're so enamored with this person sexually that it just happens very quickly. Like clothes come off fast, things get stuck places quickly. There's a lot of fast action. It's not like a slow paced process, right? It's like fast, 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 fast is kind of what I'm seeing. Like this person wants to hook up quick. They want to, it's so passionate. You know those scenes in movies, like where when people are hooking up in movies or when they're having sex in movies, they're like, the sex scene lasts for like 2 seconds. Like it's like they hook up, it's like really lustful, it's passionate, and they like clothes come off really quickly. It's like when they can't keep their hands off each other, so it just happens so fast, right? That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting here. There's not like slow, intimate, drawn out moments of like foreplay or anything like that. It's a very quick hookup. One of you is wants to move quickly, and I think it's mutual. To be honest, I think it's mutual. Both of you want to move very quickly when you hook up with each other. You want to kind of get going on a quick, fast-paced, like action-oriented kind of vibe, right? I think that once you start hooking up, it could last a while, because I do see this 10 of this 10. This is a hot and heavy group. Group 1 was like, I thought was hot, but this is like this group. I mean, you guys are gonna have a fun night. Like, let me tell you, like this is gonna be a fun night. With this 10 of Wands here, it's interesting because you'll be hooking up with this person. It'll be happening quickly, but there will be a lot of work that goes into this, right? Like I'm telling you guys right now, like practice your calisthenics, like do your squats, like do all the exercises you need, because this person is active and they want to do a lot of active positioning with you. Like this person is, there's a lot of like, it's interesting. The sex is gonna feel really good. I'm not denying that, but there's a lot of work that goes into this hookup is kind of what I'm seeing. It's not like a lazy, like sit back and like have someone just like jack you off while you read a magazine kind of vibe. This is very much like effort. This is very much like energy and effort. And quick, right? I feel like you guys have the energy to make it happen, right? There's this vibe that it's really passionate. I mean, we have 3 Wands energy, and Wands is the energy that I associate most with sexual energy when I'm just reading for relationships and stuff like that. So with the 10 of Wands here, there's just like a lot of effort that goes into it based on that passion, right? This person is really quick acting is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Now, here's the thing, how you meet this person. First of all, with communication here, you're going to get a letter in the mail about a work opportunity. I'm seeing this clearly that there's going to be some kind of information that comes in about some kind of work opportunity for you to go work somewhere, or you to go work somewhere else or move somewhere or something like that. Because we do see with the map on the adventure that this person is a traveler of sorts. This person's been around, not necessarily like sexually. I'm not getting too much about their experience levels. They might be experienced, they might not. I'm not really getting that in this reading. As far as like how many past lovers they've had. I am seeing though, they have been around the world. They have seen a lot of places. They have been to a lot of places. They have this kind of vibe of seeing and being in all these different places in the world. We have this globe here too, which represents you guys. This represents, after you get this letter, not knowing whether you want to take this thing or not, right? And this is one of those things where this is one of those tarot readings where it's like this lover may or may not happen depending on how do I put this? depending on the risks that you guys take in your career, basically, because I do see you guys get this opportunity to travel overseas or to leave your home base. So you guys might have a work trip is kind of what I'm seeing, like a work trip or a business trip, where you get this letter and it's information about the work trip. And I think that you're going to be interacting with some people on this work trip. And based on these interactions, you're going to really find one of them very, very engaging. I think that some things might happen. Maybe you guys drink a few drinks or something like that, and then you guys end up hooking up. There's just this vibe that it happens quickly and passionately. Yeah, because this new love says embrace an opportunity for love in your work prospects or personal growth. I think this person's also going to come at you with like a very much like a, oh, you want to, not in a creepy way, right? Like this could be, people in the comments are going to think this is creepy, but some people will, I know. But they're going to come at you in a way where they're like passionate about you and your career, right? This is very much like a work focused thing. I think you guys are going to bond over your career aspirations. I think that the thing that I thought was that you guys would probably think is creepy is they're going to be like, oh, do you want to advance in your career? What do you want to do? Like, it's very much like job focused, but at the same time, sexual at the same time. So the two are kind of combined. So keep that in mind. This person, the way they show you love is like to offer you opportunities, right? Like they're going to be like, man, do you want to be this or do you want to be that? Or like with the stars up here and this person reaching out to the stars make me think of the future and like hope for the future and like a future orientation. I think this person's gonna be asking you about your career aspirations, like how hard you want to work for your career and what do you want to do with your life and where you want to go next. I think it could be kind of overwhelming, especially if you're not really sure, because I am seeing like it's not really being sure what you guys want to do with your life. With this two of wands here, this guy is like at home and he's looking out towards the world and he's ready to see the rest of the world, right? But in this card, he looks like he's contemplating the world. The world is behind him, right? The world is behind him and he's contemplating this world and he's kind of side-eyeing whoever he's looking at. Let's see. Yeah, he's kind of side-eyeing you guys, like as he looks at you, like, do you really want this? Do you not want this? I think this is coming with a big opportunity, a big jump in your career, and it just so happens to come with a hookup of some kind. Like this person, man, this happens so fast. Like this is a very like sexual, quick hookup. At least the initial stages of the hookup happen quickly, right? With Avenger, this person takes you on like they're taking on a challenge, right? Like they're kind of like a conquest almost. Like this person definitely is really excited about. This is a very intense energy, you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is very sexual. This is very passionate. It can be overwhelming because of how intense it is sexually. It's with Trickster here too, be careful of deception because this person, although it's going to be good sex, it's going to be great sex, I don't think this person is a long-term kind of person to be in a connection with. I think you guys might, I'm not seeing this in the cards, so keep that in mind. This is just something that I'm thinking for you guys, but this does not necessarily have to be, take it only if it resonates, basically. But I'm thinking that you guys might think about this person afterwards a little bit. And that's not for all of you. I just think some of you might actually think about this person or think about getting into a relationship with this person. It's not a good idea. This person is a trickster energy. They even though it's up to you guys, like it totally is up to you guys if you hook up with this person thinks that because you hooked up with them that they kind of like gotcha, right? Like I got that one, I bagged that one, that kind of vibe. I think this person feels like proud that they hooked up with you, but at the same time they're playing it like it was like all about their smooth moves that like got you and stuff like that, when really I think it's like takes two to tango, and I think you guys actually really wanted this just as much as they wanted it, right? But they kind of think that they were the player, like they smoothed one over on you. Like that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting here. They come from a really wealthy family with the Ten of Pentacles here. I think they actually can back up their what they're offering you in the form of like a career opportunity. They can back it up with like their connections and their family. I think this person, how do I put this? I think this person wants to see you succeed and they're not afraid of using their connections to help you. But it really just depends on your guys' skill set is kind of what I'm seeing. Because if you guys don't have the skill set to advance further along in your career when you meet this person, I think that the opportunities they give you are going to be a little lower on the totem pole. Like this person has a lot of connections. And I think they like you as a person. I think that's one of the reasons they're hooking up with you too, is because they like you as a person, right? And because they think you're hot. Honestly, this is like one of those groups where this person thinks you're hot. Yeah. But there is an opportunity for career advancement in this particular group when they're hooking up with this person. This person wants to see you succeed. So even if you guys are thinking like, okay, I'm not going to meet some high-powered, wealthy family type of person who wants to push me forward in my career, like that's just not going to happen. On the most basic level for this group, it's going to be someone who's very focused on your career success. So whether they have connections or not, they come from wealth and they come from success and they know what it takes to be successful. So for you guys, they just want to see you successful as well. So they want to push you into that successful sphere. They want to kind of figure out what your talent is and see where you're going and what skills you have developed to like push you into that success. With judgment, one of the signs you'll know that this person is like the right person that this is going to be right before you hook up with this person, and you guys are going to probably be feeling like a little bit of a spark. But before you meet this person, you're going to be noticing couples in your environment or people doing PDA all the time in your environment. And I know at least where I'm at, that's kind of rare. Couples rarely are like PDA, but you're going to see like couples at restaurants making out. You're going to see couples in the street holding hands. You're going to see couples kind of groping each other or slapping each other's butts like in daily life when you're walking around with, you know, all just your daily life basically. So judgment indicates like a whole bunch of people rising up to an opportunity at the same time because an angel is summoning them, right? Like it's about like a collective humanity cause or a sweep or a group movement. So basically you're going to be seeing a whole bunch of people starting to get sexual around you. Like it's like a sexual energy that's surrounding you guys. It's like going to be kind of infectious. I see that it's going to make you guys kind of horny, or it's going to make you guys kind of think like, man, I want to hook up with someone. Like all these people are hooking up around me. Like I really want to hook up with someone. So it's winding you up, right? It's winding you up for this big finale, right? I do see that like because you guys are so wound up with the Two of Wands here representing home and this world being so close to this person's, you know, hoo-ha. There is this vibe that you guys might masturbate a lot, or you guys might have self-pleasure a lot for yourself or something like that. There is that kind of vibe here where you guys might, as this approaches, you guys are going to be feeling very frisky yourself. It's almost like when this happens, you're going to be so ready and down for this to happen that it's going to go really quick. And it's going to be a lot of work too. I feel like this person has a lot of endurance, a lot of stamina. Even though it's happening fast and you guys are doing a lot of stuff and switching positions frequently and stuff like that, I do see that like it's a lot of energy is going into this connection. A lot of energy is going into this hookup. So it is a lot of work. I think that you guys, when this hookup is over, you're just going to like pass out. I can't remember if I said that for this group or the last group, but I'm seeing that for this group as well, that you're just going to kind of like, whoa, like that was a lot. Like I'm tired now. I need to go to bed. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting, that you guys instantly like pass out. But like I said, I don't see this connection lasting too long of a time. Like, I don't see this as someone also who's like in a permanent work environment. So I don't see this as someone as like your boss or a coworker. I see this as someone that's on like a work trip. So someone you're engaging with temporarily, or maybe you guys do a workshop or like a workshop for your job or something like that, and you meet this person at the workshop, something like that. It's something along those lines. Okay. I think I'm going to end the reading there. If you guys like this reading, please like or comment below. If you really enjoyed this reading and you resonated with my energy, feel free to subscribe to the channel. This was my first 18 plus ever reading that I've done. So let me know if you guys like this. If you want more, I'll make more in the future. Yeah, I also post other pick a cards that aren't so explicit. So if you're turned off by the sexual stuff, I have other pick a cards that are not this explicit. They are just me talking in normal terms, in polite terms to you guys, but giving hopefully accurate messages nonetheless. So with that said, I'm going to end the reading there. We're going to move on to group 3, or that's 4, group 3 with the Ocean Kyanite, and I'll see you guys in the next future pick a card on the channel. Bye. Hey group 3, this is if you picked the Sea Serpent card and the Ocean Kyanite. So lovely, cool, oceany colored stone. Let's get into your reading. So I'm actually going to be shuffling this card back into the deck and drawing a different card. And if this card comes out again, so be it. But I mainly just want to use this as the indicator, right? So let's get your other card. Also, you guys, I don't know if you... this is an 18 plus reading. I know in the intro I didn't say that. I might refilm the intro, so maybe I did say that. But basically, this is an 18 plus reading, so guard your ears, make sure the kids are out of the room. You know, this is for adults only, just keep that in mind. Yeah, let's get into it. Oh, wow, and you picked Sea Serpent, but we got Snake as your card here. Okay. And let's get your other oracle cards. This Whispers of Love card is going to be how they will be showing love to you during this romantic encounter with your next lover. So how will Group 3's next lover be showing love towards them? And we have like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. Okay. Then we need a love story oracle card here. And we have healing. Oh, this is so beautiful. Okay. Then we need to get your tarot cards, and then we'll get right into the reading. It's so funny because the snake mirrors the sea serpent card so much. It's very interesting that it also came out. Didn't happen like that with groups 1 and 2. Okay, so then I feel like shuffling a little bit more for the last 2 cards. I'm just feeling called. I'm going to pull one from the top and one from closer to the bottom. Okay. Okay, let's see what you got. So for your first tarot card, we have Justice. Second tarot card, we have Queen of Wands. Next tarot card, we have Five of Swords. Then we have the Chariot. And we have the Ace of Swords. I'm a little confused by this Chariot card, but I think I want to start getting into the reading because I think I know the gist of what's going on. Even the snake like mirrors this healing energy here. Okay, let's get into it. So the first thing that I want to point out because I'm not getting too much information about your person in particular. I'm getting more information about who this person is that's coming in, but like I'm not getting too much information about them specifically, if that makes sense. So I'm getting like more of a relationship kind of reading from this group. First of all, your next lover is going to come at a time when you're hurting from something. Specifically, I'm seeing that you guys are going to feel outcasted from whatever group that you belong to. So for example, you're going to feel a little out of place, a little out of sorts. Whether this being outcasted was self-imposed or not, I feel like you guys are going to be healing from a blowout with like a group of people or a specific person in general. Like you could be recovering from a breakup when you meet this person. There is this vibe that you guys will be healing your heart in some way. This heart has these little sewing needles kind of going through it, like closing it up. And I think that you guys are in the process of healing. You also have this, let me show you guys up close. Also on this side of the heart, there's needles that have already pulled this sutures closed, right? Or they pulled the wound closed, and these are still pulling closed. So there's this vibe that you guys have been healing yourselves. You're on the path to healing. It's not like you need to do anything else to heal. It's just a matter of that you're on the path and that's how it's going to be. And this person coming in is a person that's supposed to help you heal sexually as well. So this can be a case of, healing sexual wounding, even like, not to get too, graphic or, trigger warning or whatever. But if you guys had some bad sexual experiences in the past and you need some healing from those, you need to know that there's good people out there who are going to treat you right and, are going to love you in the right ways. This is a person who's going to show you that. I don't think this person, this person could stick around for a while, but I don't think this person is a marriage material, if that makes sense. I'm not getting that vibe so much. I am getting that this person is very similar to you and that they've been through similar situations in life. So this person has had sexually similar past experiences that you've had, and there are things that you both didn't like about your sexual past experiences. So for example, maybe you guys in the past, actually I really don't want to use an example because I don't want to get too trigger whatever it is, like talk about it or whatever, like, because some people don't like, you don't want to talk about your trauma. Who wants to do that? Anyway, so they've just had similar traumatic experiences in the past. I think you guys might actually talk about things like that, but in a brief way is all what I'm getting. Anyway, you guys feel a little isolated from a group or from a situation. I'm seeing these two guys here walking away from this guy. And there's just this vibe that you had a couple people leave your life, or you had to leave other people's lives. And so this person is a little bit of an outcast like you guys are. With the Queen of Wands here, this is also reminding me to let you guys know that this is just about your uniqueness, right? Like, you're a very unique person is kind of what I'm seeing. And that it's hard for you guys to create solid friendships and solid relationships with people because you're not like the rest of the crowd. You're not a groupthink person, right? Like, you think on your own terms, you think on your own self journey. And so you have your own specific way of approaching life that's different from the rest of the people around you, right? With the Queen of Wands, it also can talk about trend setting. I do see that more with the Queen of Swords, but Queen of Wands just talks about being really unique, but also being charming. Like, it's not like you guys are lacking charm. People do like you. It's more, and that's what I was getting. It feels more self-imposed. Like, it feels more like you guys had to leave a group because you felt like they didn't resonate with you. Whereas like they all liked you, right? They all felt good about you, but you yourself was like, no, I gotta leave because I don't feel connected to this group. So I think it's a little bit of a self-imposed isolation. And I think that when you meet this person, it's gonna be very nice because you guys are gonna be very similar to each other because you're both very unique. Now, because you're both very unique with the Queen of Wands and the Five of Swords here, there is this vibe that you're not going to be perfectly alike. So if you're looking for that person who is just the same as you, perfectly the same as you, this is not going to be that person, but they're going to be like you enough and have enough similar experiences in their past where there's going to be a sympathetic simpatico connection, right? To the point where I feel like you guys are going to have a lot of chemistry. With like attracts like, it says if you long for more love, be more loving. I am seeing mainly the like attracts like message, where it's like you both have been through a situation in the past with people, maybe people who are very different from you, and that was turning you off from life. You were like, I'm sick of being with people who are so different from me. I don't get along with them. We don't click. I don't understand why can't I meet someone who's not very similar to you, but it's like, why can't I meet someone who's, an outcast too, like who understands what I'm going through, who understands the isolation that it comes from not being a part of a group, right? I think that's kind of the underlying motivation between this connection. And with justice here, it is a karmic connection, and it's karmic, and karmic doesn't always have to be negative, guys. This is karmic in a positive way. This is good karma coming to you. This lover is karma that how do I put it? You've had to work through some issues in your past, in some negative sexual experiences, and this is good karma coming. This is healing those experiences, right? This is kind of a connection coming to you that's going to heal those sexual wounds that you've had. The other thing that just kept popping out to me, so I have to say it, and this is 18 plus, so I can't say it, but with the sword here, the wand, and her touching the tip of this wand, this guy having all these swords, and then this ace of swords just being like sword, right? There's a large, and the snake being here, you guys pick sea serpent. There is this phallic kind of energy to this group, where I do think that like this person's quote unquote sword, right, is going to be very, very nice. So I'm sorry to all of my lesbians out there watching this. This message won't apply to you. So if you pick this reading, it still could apply. It's just specifically for people who are, there is a, you know, sword involved in this. I can't even say the P word. I don't know why I can't. But if there's a sword involved in this situation, it's going to be very nice looking, or it's going to feel very nice. It's like the perfect sword that you could, or wand that you could have, right? There is this vibe of that nature. There is like a sexual component here. Oh my gosh, this is getting so graphic. I feel like, I don't even know, like 18, I guess it's 18 plus, right? So I can say it. This woman is like handling this tip, right? So I feel like the cards are saying like with this person, they like their tip being played with. Man, this is more graphic than the rest of the groups, but it's just a specific message for you guys to just like know that they like their tip being toyed with more than anything, basically. Also, I think this person, because of the Chariot here with Cancer, I think this person has sensitive lips. I think they're gonna like kissing. I think that, you know, if you can combine like lips and tips, and I think you'll be in a solid position with this person. But yeah, like attracts like. In general, this person's coming in for sexual healing. I think this person is going to make you feel quite at home. I think your guys' preferences are similar. I think that, yeah, I think this is a really beautiful connection coming in for you guys. With Snake here, I think this is coming full circle, right? You're going to really understand the reasons why you had to go through the negative experiences that you had to go through, and why those experiences have led you up to this point, because it's going to be a reverse effect of like, you had to see what you didn't want to see what you wanted, essentially. And so this person's coming in to show you that there are people out there who are going to be intimate in the ways you want to be intimate. Normally with the Five of Swords, I get like a sub-dom kind of thing, but in this particular reading, I'm not getting that so much. I'm mainly getting that this person and you like to be more gentle in bed or something like that, or there's certain aspects about you guys and your compatibility where you like a more... And for some of you, it's going to be the opposite. For some of you, it's going to be someone who is more, but there's something about safety coming through here and healing and like being healed from like a negative past trauma in sex. And so I think that this person's very healing. I think that this is going to be a very erotic connection. With the Chariot here, the Chariot is the card. This card is like confusing me to all hell in this reading. So I'm taking that energy and I'm trying to apply it to the reading. I think that this person is kind of confused about where they want to go in life. And I think this person, or you might be confused with where you want to go in life, but this person is confused by that. And I think that with the two horses here, you guys both have confused energy. And I think part of the karma in this connection is to align both of your energies into one singular direction, right? I think that both of you are going to realize you have very similar dreams, and it just took finding someone who is similar to yourself to realize what your passions and dreams are. And so this is all stuff that's happening in the love connection. And especially with the Ace of Swords, I see a lot of communication happening with this love connection. So I see that you guys are actually, even though you're hooking up, and even though you're getting intimate, there's going to be a lot of downtime to talk about things, right? I do see this way more drawn out than the previous two groups. Like I see this intimate, like I see you guys taking like a full day to just like spend the day together, really just like, you know, like cook food together, go out to eat, and then go back to the apartment, and then like hook up for an hour or two, and then like have a conversation after you've hooked up, and then maybe get back to hooking up again, and then maybe waiting till like the evening and you watch a TV show together and cuddle on the couch, and then after that you hook up a little bit more. There's this vibe of like hooking up all day long and just kind of like really enjoying the intimate moments between both of you. I think you guys are both very touchy a little bit. There's this vibe that you guys want to really kind of like just spend some quality time together. So touchy might be the wrong word. It's just, for some of you, touch is going to be important. Like you're really going to want to connect through touch. But for others of you, it's just quality time. It's just, you want to spend the whole day together. You want to experience each other. For some of you, this love situation is going to last longer than a day. It could last from a week to even like 6 months or 7 months is kind of the vibe that I'm feeling. With these cards here, with the 5 and the 7 right here, I'm seeing 5 to 7 months specifically. But yeah, there's a lot of conversation with the Ace of Swords being present here. And I do see that, yeah, the only really 18 plus part is this person's going to have a nice sword, right? This person's going to have a nice phallic thing going on. Yeah. Here's the interesting thing with this Justice woman being blindfold. There is this kind of vibe that you might not see this relationship coming. It might not seem possible. I think you guys are in a position where you don't want to be around people at all with this healing energy. You're kind of self-isolating because you just want to be alone with your own eccentricities. But I do see with this Justice card here, and her being blindfolded, you are going to like run into this person. It's kind of blind karma, basically. It's karma that you can't predict is coming. I mean, you know it because of this reading, but this relationship will come into your life when you least expect it. And I know that's hard to hear because sometimes people don't like to hear that. They're like, oh, why can't it just come in when I want it? You know, but it's really going to come in when you let go of the expectations of relationships and what you need and stuff. And then that's when it's going to kind of come in. All right, I'm going to end the reading there. I really enjoyed reading for you guys. It was a lot of fun today. With that said, that was the last group for today. If you like the readings, like or comment below, please feel free to do so if you feel like it. And with that said, I will see you guys in the next pick a card, a future pick a card on my channel. Oh, and I almost forgot. If you like this 18 plus reading, you want to see more of these in the future, please comment below if you liked it. Yeah, and also comment if you didn't like it, if you like the more PG readings better, you know. Sorry that this was 18 plus. It was just the universe like summoned me. The very first card that I pulled today was the devil, and it had like, you know, breasts in it. And so I had to like, it's like, okay, I guess it's 18 plus now. So yeah, with that said, I'm going to end the reading there. I hope you guys really enjoyed this reading, and I will see you in the next pick a card, in a future pick a card in the future. Bye, future.